and I couldn't miss it. I knew Santa Claus was decking halls, getting right down to business, and the kids sound asleep had written up all their wish lists to hear us lay it coming and rumbling around on Christmas Day. As they say, it was quiet, nothing was moving through my house. I was enthused to be snoozing, sugar plum berries about. I felt the roof shake like an earthquake. What on earth can make summer storm shape? Little did I know that Saint Nick had a guest and he wasn't here to give a take. I crept downstairs and what I saw made me shudder. Wasn't St. Claus but another. I got my father and mother and tried to nudge them awake, but they just nodded and muttered, "You fine, dear? If you're scared, then just crawl under the covers." I felt my heart racing, started pacing in the halls and tried to recall who or what it was that I saw. Saint Nick using the front door, no, through the chimney he falls, or he came here for something else. To rob Santa Claus? I couldn't sit down or stand around with some Grinch like dude making not a sound. Gotta choose now, let every little kid wake up and lose. No, now I'm gonna do him proud. It's time to strap up, it's go time when I wrap up. If gifts he's gonna snatch up, then a gift he'll get when he's trapped up. I'll be like Rambo with the guns at the ready. I'm gonna pop shots, progress run before it gets heavy. I've got my arsenal set, you know I'm checking it twice. It's time to see if Mr. Thief is feeling naughty or nice.
Jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells chiming, jingle bells time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty
I knew the time was now, I had to go strike him. It's the night lights that took aim at the fake in my sights, and as he moved I struck and gave him a fright. You're not robbing Santa, this time I yelled with all of my might. And as I looked down upon him and got my targets locked on him, I took the first pop, walking as I pegged at a pollen imposter. He tried to run but I knocked him down and jumped on him. Then I heard my name called, then I paused and looked around for what's calling. And when I looked up I was shook up that the perp I caught at the worst luck. But the hurt schmuck that I ambushed was the real big man, and it sure sucked to be sitting in the hot seat with Santa looking not pleased, with bag in hand as he tried to stand, leaving this little kid feeling not easy. And I had to ask, man, is this some kind of trick? What's up, Nick? Why'd you use the door? That isn't your shtick. And as I pointed and looked around, something finally clicked. He didn't come through our chimney because it doesn't exist. Tis the season for forgiveness, right? I'm still on the nice list, right?
Hello once again, this is Final Draft, and you are listening to Saturday Night Songs on Everfree Network. I'm back. I wasn't here last week. Sorry for not being around. I actually was just coming out of a debate tournament. I had a large state debate tournament that I had to help coach and judge, and by the time I returned home from it, I was a zombie. But anyway...
we sucked without you, Mike!
No, you didn't. You guys were fine. It was horrible! It wasn't bad. It
was horrid!
I think they like you anyway, Michelle. Everybody, of course, Michelle Creber here. How are you doing this week, Michelle?
Well, aside from my traumatic hour and a half last Saturday.
It wasn't that bad.
No, just kidding. It was fun, but I loved at the beginning of the show. There was literally like about 8 seconds of just silence, and then finally Andy was like, "Well, this is Saturday Night Songs," and everyone's like, yeah."
You know what though? I think that you guys could just, say whatever and be confused, and it would still entertain, and that's what's important. That's what's really key. But we're not alone today. We also have your mother with us, Monique. Hi, how are you?
Hey, Mike, how are you doing? I'm great, actually.
Yeah.
I'm doing really good. Well, one thing I wanted to mention really quick is that actually, and I didn't get to talk about this last week because, well, I was the living dead last week. You guys
nice
would not
pun.
What was that mystery voice? No, I mean, if I had been on last week, it would have been, Hi everyone, this is Drac. And it would have been bad. But no, actually 2 weeks ago, I was in Vancouver, and I got to see Monique's production that she's been working on of Grease. It was really cool.
It was great to have you there, too.
And the greatest part about it is that I arrived just in the nick of time. I was taking public transit across the city, and I literally ran the last block.
We sprinted into the theater, and it was like don't.
Except a lot more of the heaving and the sweating and the just generally being out of shape on my part. But
I got you in before the show started, so we were good.
It was really funny to see a Canadian crew playing an American high school. That was, but no, they did great, and the accents were at a minimum. But of course, the music was impeccable because you were doing the directing.
Well, it was a great show to work on. We had a fabulous cast, and my production team, my colleagues that I work with, are all fantastic. So yeah, it was great to have you there. It's nice to have some guests in town that haven't seen those kinds of stuff, those kinds of things that we work on.
It was really cool, and I mean, what was really fun too is that the cast was really adaptive. At one point, part of the scenery is actually out near the audience, and some kid decided to leave the show, or
use the bathroom at an inopportune time or something. Yeah,
he was trying to go out one of the doors that was supposed to represent the burger joint, and all of the greasers were standing around that door, and he's trying to walk past them during the play.
The T-Birds, yeah.
Yeah, and they rolled with it. They
I know.
One guy's like, "Look at that! You're scaring that kid."
Yeah.
Who cares about that kid?
Well, that's what Craig was talking about.
Yeah. He did an improv thing because it was one of those things too where when they kind of moved one way, the boy, that kind of jockeying for position where he kept moving right into the path that they were supposed to take. So it was really awkward. And finally, he just improvised a line and said, "Would you stop it? You're scaring that kid," or something like that. And the audience loved it. So it turned out to be, one of the favorite moments from the whole run.
And I should just say, too, that Monique knows how to conduct a choir, because those guys, despite all their running around on stage and moving cars and spinning things and wearing glittering angel wings, don't ask, they were all perfectly in tune. And it was, I really enjoyed, the musicality of that production, because most of the time, I've seen a lot of musicals, because a lot of my speech students have been in, the musicals at the high school or whatever. And of course, this is a more professional crew, but those guys, I mean, the melodies were really powerful. I was impressed.
Awesome.
The best part is at the beginning they do this sort of a cappella thing, and everyone thinks that because the curtains are shut, and you just hear this massive choir doing this perfectly in tune and really awesome harmonizing with a bunch of different parts, and then the curtains arise and everyone starts clapping because they're like, "Whoa, that wasn't a track!"
Yeah, it was actually kind of cool too, because
yeah, I
heard
really
that
cool.
noise too.
Brains exploding!
They actually think it's a track playing off the top until the curtains open and they see that it's actually the whole
Suddenly,
cast.
there's a lot more headless horses than there was in the latest episode of My Little Pony.
I also didn't get to talk to you about that last week, that you finally got the premiere of your phrase that you wanted to be using.
Yes! Okay, people, seriously, I've been wanting to say that for a year and a half.
Why don't you
Honest
share
to
it with
God.
them?
Oh, sweet applesauce! It's the best, and it's also really it's just it's short and it's sweet.
Was
So
that-
it's really good for signing things right at the end of your name.
Was that a line you improvised?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Was
how
it
you-
really?
Oh yeah, no. Terry didn't tell me to do that. I did it. Terry's our voice director. We call him Uncle Terrence.
What was funny is that when we were at Disneyland, you had mentioned that you had that phrase that we couldn't talk about it, but you were really looking forward to when it came out.
I know.
And
I did.
And I think, I'm pretty sure, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think you yelled that when we were going down something on the water slide or whatever.
I think I did do that. Yeah, I think.
Or well, not the water slide, but the raft. Rather.
I think I did do that. Yeah.
Now, I couldn't be sure because it was hard to hear you over Saber Sparks screaming.
That's what I was just going to say. How could you hear anything over Saber Sparks screaming?
Oh! No!
I'm just going to tell you guys this right now.
Jesus,
I
take
would.
the wheel!
I-
Take the wheel! Oh God! Pull it together,
It was
pull
the
it- Oh my
funniest
God!
thing. I have to say, Saber Spark screaming in agony on one of these rides,
I was
it just it made the entire
It
experience.
was the best thing ever.
It really was. Michael and Michelle and I have been on that ride many times over the last few years, and
It's
we
never ever
we just
been
couldn't stop laughing even
so
after we
funny.
got back to the hotel later about
Oh
how
my
much more fun it was. And it's normally really fun, so this is a testament to how entertaining that was. I mean, our cheeks were hurting for
It was,
laughing. The facial muscles were strained from
well,
somebody
somebody
extreme
snapped a
laughter.
couple pictures of this. Somebody snapped a couple pictures of him on the big roller coaster, the Paradise Pier roller coaster, the one that Michelle should have gone on but didn't. But yeah, no, it was hilarious. But anyway, back to this week's
Unlike
show.
some people, I actually had some work to do on that weekend.
You know, Michelle, some of us had to make sure that, others of us, had a good time up on stage. Just saying. Okay?
Oh, really?
Yeah, some of us had to, put in effort to wrangle a bunch of,
Oh my god.
you see that?
There's a picture.
So this picture was just shared amongst the crew here of,
that's
of
funny.
me screaming in delight and Saber looking like he's about to cry like a little kid on Space Mountain.
Look at Nash.
Well, either that or pass out. I'm not sure.
Oh my god, look at Nash. He's just
He posted it in the chat. If you guys are listening on the live stream, you should come into the IRC chat.
He's
That's
just like,
where,
yep.
That's where you can see Gloria's posted pictures. But also, it's where if you have a question for Michelle later in the show, you can private message me the question, and I will go through those questions, and you might get it asked, and she may answer, and all will be well.
What?
So,
Awesome.
Oh, yeah, yes.
but in the meantime, yeah, no.
Oh, the sound of the chair.
Yes.
Mom was like, shh. I was like, what? I didn't
All that
say
chair
anything.
squeaking noise is
And I was like,
Michelle
okay,
fidgeting in her chair. Can you
See,
hear that?
see, that's what I also have to manage when I'm hosting VA panels. Is when Andrea Libman or Brenda Critchlow, when they're fidgeting in their chairs,
you have a fidgeter.
She's a
Oh
fidgeter.
no!
That's
Honestly, those panels are a blast to host. But anyway, okay, so we have somebody else today on our stream with us, one Mr. Cy Pot. Those pictures are hilarious.
He was trying to introduce someone there.
I was trying to, and then
Trying being the operative word.
and then 8-track. So there we go. Okay, but anyway, yeah. Why don't we introduce Mr. Cy Pot?
Hey, how's everyone doing?
Hello.
I'm
Hey,
waving
Sci-Fi.
at you, Internet.
And for those who don't know, you are their project assistant on the Creber Christmas Indiegogo campaign, and I know that you put in a lot of work to help make that a success.
Oh yeah, it's been busy. I'm pretty much that boring guy in the corner who does the jazz hands.
Oh God, no!
You know what?
I
There's
did
nothing
jazz
boring
hands,
about
Mister. That is mine, and it's taken.
Aw.
there is
Okay.
nothing boring about jazz
People
hands.
can't even say that they've witnessed my jazz hands. They're so undisclosed that they are just like a shadow.
Undisclosed jazz
just-
hands.
They're no.
How do
just
you?
wait.
No, hold on.
Just
Let's take a
See
step
where
back
I'm
here.
going with this? Just wait, and then it's like a shadow in the night. You don't know. It's the.
Do
I'm-
you actually know where you're going
No,
with this?
No,
no,
she
wait.
doesn't. I'm taking this. I'm taking this a step
Jazz
back
Hands
here.
Association.
Undisclosed jazz hands. What?
Government? No, okay.
Michelle goes into a room and she looks for the
J-
nearest curtain and hides behind
Hey.
it so that she can perform her jazz hands.
Hey.
And then she comes out knowingly known that she had just performed undisclosed jazz hands for none to see.
Just wait, no. I'm part of the association. I'm a senior person,
Before yesterday in the chat just said something great.
worker,
A UGA?
Senior
Undisclosed-
agent of the GCJH, which is the Government Classified Jazz Hands Association.
It accounts for 40% of the Canadian government's spending. No, no, so, was it I was about to say undisclosed jazz hands again. Before yesterday, and they said that should be the name of a band. Undisclosed Jazz Hands. It's the name of my Michael Creber cover band.
I listen to that.
Yeah. We'll have to fill him in. He's playing at at a big gospel choir Christmas concert tonight.
wow.
So actually at the same theater that we were just talking about.
The Michael J. Fox.
That's the one. He's there. So we'll have to fill him in on what he's missed about the Michael Creber cover band.
Well, the undisclosed jazz hands.
And that too.
But Michelle, you can just walk up to your dad and be like, "Hey, Dad, guess what? I did jazz hands, but you didn't see."
They were undisclosed. Not disclosed, undisclosed. Disclosed? Oh, so you mean disclosed jazz hands? No, undisclosed jazz hands.
No,
So, like,
yes.
jazz hands? No, undisclosed jazz hands. So,
Well, Michelle,
like,
we've got another role for you today.
yes,
You have an important job. You need to introduce our special guest for this week.
of course. All right, well, I'll give you a hint. R.I.P. is his initials when it comes to his nickname. Whoa!
Wow.
Guess who it is, people? What? Rest in
just-
peace, the Living Tombstone. Dun dun dun.
Are you there, Toom?
Hey.
Now, I promised Toom before this stream that I wasn't going to make very many hot dogs and cash jokes, so I won't. Just saying.
I have
Really?
nothing against
That was
the
like
jokes.
months
It's that
ago.
Oh, this is an ongoing inside joke. Well, we can talk about it later. How are you doing, Toom?
I'm doing fine. It's very, very early in the morning, but I'm very glad to be here. Regardless.
It's like 5 in the morning, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But don't worry. It's like I slept very well. Like before that, I was like sleeping super early, and then I woke up like 2 hours before, so it's fine.
That's very disciplined of you.
I did all I could do just to be in the show because I love everyone here. I love you guys.
Oh, that's so
Aw.
awesome. You could join us.
Yeah, this is fun. It's great, and very glad to be here, as I said.
Well, so before we get into hearing your remix here, because you have a remix that is on the Christmas album, the album that is now available as of December 1st. I think we should take a quick listen to track number 4 off the album called "Christmas Baby Please Come Home," and then when we come back, we can talk to you about your work you did on the album.
And before we segue over to the track, I wanted to say that S.R. Foxley, who was our top sponsor for the album and has an executive producer credit as a result. When we were brainstorming with him about what song, because part of his Indiegogo perk was that he got to participate in choosing a song for the project. So one of his choices that he came forward with was Christmas Baby Please Come Home, and then another one was Silent Night, and we had said that it would be sort of an unplugged acoustic version, and so that lent itself really well to Silent Night. But Michelle had already said that she would really like to do Christmas Baby Please Come Home, and so we thought, well, why don't we do both? So SR, if you're listening, thanks very much for pushing us forward with that suggestion, because I have to say that this turned out to be one of my favorite tracks off the album. And
Same.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is that your favorite, or what's your do you have your, it's one of your favorites, I guess, right? Yeah. So this is the original, and then we can go on to the fabulous work that Tombstone did on the remix after.
Sounds like a plan. All right, well, A-Track, take it away.
Lots of people around.
And we are back, and a great track. I actually got to hear this a little bit before the album was released while I was in Vancouver, and I was babbling away with Monique and her assistant in the car across the bridge to West Van. But anyway, Monique, why don't you talk a little bit about the background of what was involved with your the collaboration that you guys did with Tombstone? And actually, I should say Tombstone. You're here. You can talk about it too.
Yeah, I'm here.
Well, we just had such a great experience working with Tombstone on the Saturday Night remix that he did on Timeless Songs of a Century, and asked him if he'd be interested in doing something again on this one, and he was. And one thing I just have to say is that he was such a trooper, because the timeline on getting this CD done. Oh, that's Marley's collar jiggling. The timeline on getting this CD done was just crazy tight to once the fans put forward the idea and we decided to run with it, and then to get it done at the quality that we wanted, and then to get it out in time for Christmas, and go to Equestria LA in the middle of all that was really crazy. So I want to just say to Tombstone, thank you so much for being so patient, because he got his the vocal stems that he works with at the very last second, and then I don't know, Tombstone, did you get any sleep that night at all, or did you have to stay up all night?
I remember like what happens that I wasn't sleeping while I was working on the remix the entire time, and what happens that after I finished working on it, there were still suggestions like from you to like have some extensions. I remember I was like so tired, I just slept on the bed for like 20 minutes. It's like I need to relax. But regardless of all this, because I enjoyed so much, working on the previous album and making that remix, is that I was very much looking forward to it. So it's like I didn't say no. I just made the remix. Despite all that, I kind of wish like I had like a bit more time, because I know that if like I had like a few more days to think about how creative I can be with this remix like I did before, it would have become much better. But since I was so much into the idea of like I gotta make a remix for another Michelle Creber album, I gotta do it. So it's like I couldn't say no. I did the remix.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. Well, for starters, we owe you at least a full night's sleep, so there's that. We'll have to send that off to you. We'll send a download code for a full night's sleep, and
there we go.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I think you did an amazing job. And the next time, I'm sure we will work together again soon. And the next time, let's try to do it when we can give you some more time to have some sleep in between and finish it the way you'd like to.
Well, and I should say too that going way back to a year ago when EFR back in the day when we first interviewed Michelle.
Oh my gosh, it's a year ago.
It was a year ago. Isn't that crazy?
Wow, time goes by so fast.
Wait, what?
Remember when we sent some Brony music you guys' way, and Michelle came back, and I think it was Discord, your remix tune that she really liked, that of the songs I sent.
Totally, that was the one.
The one, yeah.
Yep.
And then there was this other guy I sent a couple tracks of, this Mandopony, and then I think Acoustic Brony or something like that.
Acoustic Brony,
yeah.
Mandopony, and then there was that Mike the Microphone thing too.
Yeah, I think.
And there they all are. We love working with all of them.
Isn't it like Mike the headset or Mike the?
Yeah, it's Mike the wooden headset.
Mike the.
That's one of my favorite things at conventions, where people get names mixed up. I still
or
can't.
Silver Hood.
Silver Hood.
Actually, I heard a lot of Sylvia Hound. I heard a lot of people call him Sylvia Hound in LA, and
that's funny.
Yeah.
I still maintain the funniest thing that happened to me at one of these conventions was at Camelot Gardens, where I was going back to my hotel room and some people were getting on an elevator. They walked past me and I heard one of them whisper to the other, "Dude, I think that was Dusty Cat." I love that.
And you're like, "Where's my mustache?"
You should be proud though, because Dusty Cat is like, he's awesome, and
I know.
This credit to be Dusty Cat is amazing.
And he's the world's manliest brony. So.
He is the world's manliest brony.
It's a compliment, Mike.
I will try and take it that way. But anyway, just a quick reminder to everybody, if you have questions for Monique, for Michelle, for Sci-Fi, for Living Tombstone, or if you're crazy and you have a question for me, you can send it as a private message in the IRC chat, and I will see it. I see we've got some questions coming in. We will ask them later in the program. So...
And remember, guys, I can't answer any questions about any future
spoiler
episodes of
alerts.
My Little Pony or anything... anything undisclosed, jazz hands or not, that I'm working on.
So you can't reveal that that Apple Bloom has undisclosed jazz hands in the next episode?
How did you know? I'm ruined!
My
Oh, God.
agents, my disclosed agents looking for jazz hands. I'm sorry, I'm full of crap. That's just garbage.
We'll get the Men in Black in here.
Wait,
Oh my gosh,
what
did
ab-
anyone
what
see
about
the
the,
third Men in Black? It was amazing.
I actually watched that
It
this
was
week.
so fun.
It was really
I
good.
love time travel because then I spend like hours afterwards analyzing everything because I can't wrap my head around it. It's like there's 2 of them, now there's 3 of them. I don't understand. Okay, so now I do
Michelle, I'm gonna blow your mind. You ready for this? You ready for this? If you
No.
consider Back to the Future 2, which I believe is your favorite of the
Yes,
trilogy.
it definitely is.
I think somebody did the math one time, and there are like 9 DeLoreans in Hill Valley at one time during that whole thing, because there's the DeLorean that's been sitting in the cave since 1885. There's the original DeLorean that came back to 1955. There's the DeLorean again that came back to 1955. There's the one that Biff stole or something. I mean, it's just crazy.
What?
If you do the math on it, somebody did the math on it.
What's a DeLorean?
the car, honey.
What's a DeLorean?
What?
Great Scott!
The car is the car.
This is getting heavy.
The brand name of the car is a DeLorean.
Wait,
That's
is
the
that
time machine.
Oh, that's the time machine. Okay, I don't know. They never say DeLorean in the movie, I don't think.
Yeah,
The first
they
one
do.
they did, yeah.
Yeah,
I
they
don't know.
do.
I'm not a big. I don't know
And
about
remember
cars.
Oh,
when
for
we went
shame.
to Universal Studios.
Well, of course they had
Yeah,
it there,
they
but
had it there, yeah.
I don't know that it's called a DeLorean. People, come on, geeks.
It's named after, I believe, John DeLorean, who was
I
who
thought
ended up getting arrested because he does something to do with cocaine smuggling. I don't know.
Oh, and
Oh wow.
I just want to say, Draft, I got the heavy reference. Good job.
Thank you.
I'm a huge
Thank
fan
you,
of Back to the
A-Track.
Future, but
no, I meant the fancy cars. DeLorean. You like a lot of knowing about fancy cars. So
well, no, I
that'll
like
be a
knowing.
good
No, I
name
like
to-
knowing. I'm really interested in like old cars and stuff. So I'm surprised I don't know what a DeLorean is.
Well, it's old
I'm just
cars. It's from
stupid,
the
people.
80s. No.
But you know what? I
No,
haven't
no,
watched.
no.
No, I haven't
You
watched
learned
Back to the
something new
Future in
today.
about a year and a half, which is so weird. Because I just haven't had time.
That's
I didn't even finish
inexcusable.
Batman Rises, which
and how-
Dark Knight Rises. Well, guess what? When I'm flying to Ottawa on the 18th, bang! It is still on there. I looked it up, and it's Air Canada. What? Bird.
I haven't seen that movie yet either. I keep hearing people do Bane impressions, and
I don't even know if he got out of the
It's
big
a
hole
it's a good
yet.
movie, but it's nothing compared to The
jail.
Dark Knight, honestly.
Dark Knight was amazing.
What if he made the jump
Yeah.
and I missed it? What if they don't have it? What if they lied?
Breathe, Michelle. Breathe. It's okay. It's gonna be all right. There's
Someone get me my
DVDs.
Parasprite stress ball.
You don't want to squeeze that too much; it will multiply. Anyway, we got a little bit sidetracked. We have
Yeah.
a track to
We
to play.
digress.
Welcome
People
to
are-
Saturday Night Songs, people. Saturday Night Tangents. No, okay, so I think we've got a track to premiere here. Well, I should say play here. Let's see here.
It is an EFR premiere. It's never
Yeah, I
been
suppose it is.
played other than for people who have the album.
So it's its
Yeah,
first
exactly.
public broadcast.
That's exactly right.
There we go. So without further ado,
Undisclosed
A-track.
jazz hands!
you can take it away.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Snow's coming down. I'm watching it fall. Lots of people around. Baby, please come home. Just built a town. I'm ringing the
All right, we are back once again, and Tombstone, why don't you talk again a little bit about some of the specific things you did to remix this track for the album?
Well, I know that as mentioned before, I didn't have that much time with the remix. So it's like the only I remember like working on this thing, and one thing that I really wanted to bring, because I always like in a remix to make it different in some way or form. And one thing that I love to do is usually increase the vocals, like the speed of the vocals, or I actually increase the pitch of it or something, just to make it different. And uh, well, basically, I don't know. It's very simplified. It's very down to earth to what the original song is supposed to be. So it's like my envision of how it is if it was like a much more modern electro song, let's say, because the song itself is a very reminiscence to like old 70s song, I think, is 60s. I'm not really sure about the era of where the original song came from.
Yeah, I think it's the 60s.
So yeah, it's a very like old reminiscence of like 60s music, and I just wanted to like, let's say, to make it more modern. It's usually what I do when I remix something, is to make it different or more modern, if that's the possibility.
Well, I was gonna say too. I mean, do you, when you are, say, listening to the radio? I mean, I imagine actually that would be a big difference, because you're in Israel, and in Israel, I suppose you don't get nearly as many Christmas songs on the radio. But at least around the States, at least around where I am in Minneapolis, half the radio stations switch over to holiday music. Do you guys get any kind of thing like that for Hanukkah or anything like that?
Yeah, we get a lot of. Well, it's interesting because it's not like I guess it's like in the US. You tend to listen to the radio and hear a lot of old Christmas songs and so on, and so is in Israel, and a lot of Hanukkah songs from the past. A lot of stuff like that.
And do you ever, when you're just listening to that, think, if I was going to remix it, I would do it this way? Or, I mean, I imagine that when you're listening to the radio, and this is true really for any music, that you might, say, listen to it and think, okay, this is how I would do that remix.
It depends on what exactly is in there, because I for some reason get to be more creative when I have less to work with, and that way I can go like, ooh, I have a really interesting idea to make this longer or something like that. But it really depends on like what song, because for example, Hanukkah songs are, I have to admit that they are kind of mediocre in comparison to Christmas songs, I think, because Hanukkah songs are so repetitive and annoying, and you can never even really like get around them.
Is there as much of a selection? Like, is there? I'm familiar with some of the very popular Hanukkah songs, but I don't know a lot of them. But I'm just wondering about in Israel. Like, do you have Is there a huge catalog of Hanukkah songs to choose from?
Barely, it's like 10 songs to one.
Oh, okay. So I probably know all of the ones. So you just there's not enough volume to choose from, I think.
I think the question we have in the States
because it's like there's so much good like Christmas songs that I love to listen to.
Yeah.
I mean, I myself I get a kick out of a Christmas song. I remember I suggested one to remix for the album, but it wasn't selected because obviously there wasn't enough time as it is. But it's like, for example, I love Bing Crosby's "Happy Holidays," for example. I love this song.
It is a great song. Actually, Michelle was singing that while she was baking her 436 cookies.
Was I?
Yeah, that was one of the ones.
Seriously, was I?
Yeah.
Was that yesterday?
No, that was last week, or I don't know.
I feel like
weekend.
I sang that like 2 days ago.
Oh, maybe.
I was like, "Happy holidays, happy holidays." I was imitating that choir.
And hickory dock. That's the laziest lyric I've ever heard.
Undisclosed jazz hands.
You know what? That should be the name of a song that you
can't
write.
see me, but I'm waving my hand.
Well, that's because they're undisclosed.
Undisclosed, exactly.
Exactly. You got my pun in some form.
Wow. Well, at least around here, the real curse of holiday music on the radio station is they only play maybe a grand total of 5 songs, which then have different versions of them. Like, there's a lot of repetition, and there's just so much more holiday music out there.
Yeah.
And so, which kind of brings me towards what we're going to talk about next. But I guess Tomb, overall, you've gotten to hear a lot of this album. What are your overall impressions of this Christmas album that these guys have put out? Like,
I
and-
don't. I'm gonna
well,
I'm gonna say that I don't know if Tombstone has heard the rest of the album because I haven't sent it to him yet. No, actually, that's not true. I have sent it to him, but it's not possible that he would have received it yet.
Oh,
Have you heard it, Tombstone?
Yeah, because it's still like in the mail. It's in the
Yeah,
order. I
yeah.
did
But
get
I'll send
the
you a
cover art though.
I'll send you a download code so that you can at least listen to it. But there is a hard copy in the mail, so let me know how long it takes to get there.
you know what? I have notes for this show, and in the notes it says Tombstone's opinion of the album, and I'm trying to do it. I'm the worst at faking crying. I really am.
Sorry. Sci-Pi was very efficient in helping me get the notes together, only I didn't have time to tell him that actually Tombstone wouldn't have received it yet. So that's my fault. for
So
not
about
correcting
the
that.
album, well, I haven't listened to it, true, because the album hasn't been in the mail yet. But I have because CD Baby, like the website allows you to like listen to previews of it. I did like just get like nicks of the album.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
and it's like the previous album. It's very well, like very featured. It's very like it's very well produced, and you can hear like in many of the tracks that it's a lot of work has been put into not only like the singing, of course, which is incredible, and you did a fantastic job in the album as always. Yeah, like that. Like that's incredible, and you should do more of that.
Stop
Hey,
it.
now, can you remix that? What she just did
Yeah,
there?
I can remix
Okay.
that and make this into a heavy dubstep track.
Oh, wait, no. And then you can add this. Okay, so I'll do this. Ready? Undisclosed. Dun, 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 dun. Undisclosed. Dun, dun, dun. Jazz hands.
That sounds like an
Jazz
early '90s C++
hands.
Music Factory
Undisclosed.
song.
Dun, dun, dun. Undisclosed. Dun,
Like somebody
dun.
get out your
Jazz
pager.
hands. Jazz hands. Chumbawamba, 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 chumba.
That
Wiki,
is a
wiki,
90s
chumbawamba,
band.
chumbawamba, chumbawamba. Wiki, ding, 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 ding,
If there was ever an award for someone who could do the best job of derailing a conversation.
Yeah, I know I forgot what we were
What?
talking
What?
about before.
Wiki,
Good job.
what?
That's what we call, ladies and gentlemen, no shame. None.
Anyway, not to distray away too much from the subject.
Wait, can I
As
do
I
one
said,
more?
Michelle, you did fantastic work in singing in this album as well as in the previous album. Really much enjoyed listening to it, and I very much enjoyed like seeing like more people collaborating like in this album as well, because I've seen like Mike the Microphone as well in this one, because I know
Mhm.
you worked with Andy before, but not with Mike, and that was like really interesting to see that in the album. Very
He's
lovely
so
to hear that.
talented too. That's the thing.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
cool to have
I mean,
a-
I gotta give credit to Mike, and but it's like I was I don't know, like I listened to the rapping and everything. It was fantastic, but it's well, I don't know. Like as I said, like the album as a whole is very very well produced and everything. But I think I'm more impressed by the fact that it was produced in such a short amount of time, because I know how rushing it was. Like finishing his track for Christmas.
Yeah.
yeah,
Why-
it was.
You guys were in,
Because I
like,
remember the
overdrive.
rush it was. Like I remember like me working in remix, and I heard like that it was kind of hard to like produce the entire album in such a short amount of time.
I remember I was talking to Monique about something, and I sent her an email, and I think I sent her a late night email a couple, like about a month ago. And I thought, okay, well, she won't respond for until the next morning. No, she responded right away at 4 a.m. or something. Because yeah, I almost think this album should be called "Burning the Midnight Oil."
That would be a really good alternate title for it. I definitely had to pull more all-nighters for this album than any other major project I've done for a while. So I think I said it last week, but you weren't here, Mike, and it was that I never want to produce an album that fast again if there's any way I can avoid it.
Yeah.
You okay?
Sorry, I just have a
The album killed her.
Anyway, I
It's all those late nights. It took its toll on my voice. There we
Wait
go.
a second, Michelle.
Marty's kind of looking at mom like, what?
Michelle,
are you
hold on.
doing?
What was that voice you just did there?
I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Okay, I want to do. Can I do one more for the whole possible rap remix of my weird phrases, please? Can I do one more, Mike? Do I have your permission?
I don't know that I have the option of saying no to you. I don't know that I could stop you if I wanted to. So by all means.
Okay.
Just before you start that, I just want to tell Tombstone I'm dropping a download code into his Skype window. There you go.
All right, getting it.
Can I go?
Yeah, you go.
Okay. First, I'll do this one first. Bing bada bing 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 bada bing. Bing bada bing 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 bada bing. Bing bada bing 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 bing. Bing bada bing 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 bada bing. Oh mananano, oh mano, oh mananano. Toto, oh mananano, oh mano, oh mananano. Toto for the longest time. Oh, for the longest time. Oh, oh mananano, oh mano, oh mananano. Toto.
I'm gonna say this really quick. Okay. Sometimes in life presents you what I call verbal Zen riddles. You know what a Zen riddle is? Like where it's supposed to be like, what is the sound of one hand clapping? And then everybody like tries to make their hand clap and they can't do it. Well, the idea is it's supposed to be like, you know, something that opens your mind to new possibilities. I feel like my mind was just blown there. I have no idea. What is this? I don't even.
I don't even.
That's a phrase, yes.
Yeah,
What is this? I don't even.
I don't even what do. I
What
can't
do
even
exactly?
What do.
Yeah, what is this? I don't even know. But
Did you like it, Mike?
it was actually quite. That felt like it was planned. Like you had actually practiced that.
Yeah, that's a saying that my dad and my brother and I have been saying for years. We always sing it in the car, and then we go. Because there's this thing, you know, when you have those they're like sort of toy
Who's usually
instruments that a
driving?
lot of kids have, and those things that you kind of
it's
spin
Michelle,
around.
of course.
Well, no,
The
who's
same-
usually driving though?
Dad,
And he is he participating in this?
of course he is. He's the ringleader.
okay.
He
I
can't.
was gonna say
I came up
otherwise,
with
wouldn't you drive off the
Omanado.
road with that kind of like a going on like that?
Well, no, and then we know when each other is like gonna breathe, so we go. It's okay. No, as I was saying, we're imitating a noise that there's sort of these like things that you when you spin around really fast around your head, it goes and it makes this cool sort of instrumental
Those
noise.
tubes, you know.
Yeah,
That
you know the
Yep.
yeah, they come in different cool colors and stuff, and
Oh yeah. They're
they kind of
they're
make like
water
a
noodles. is what
alien
they call those.
translation.
water noodles. There.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's what they're called. They call them water noodles or whatever.
Sure, Mike.
Whatever.
Sure.
They're like green or blue or whatever. Those big foam ones.
Well, sure. Actually, though, that's
You know
not
what?
it.
I don't know.
No,
Maybe
not noodles.
maybe in
No, not
Canada
water
they're called
noodles.
like I don't know.
No, they're plastic. They're not. They're not.
Oh.
They're not
Yeah,
those
in
things.
Canada, water noodles are those kind of spongy.
Well, that's what we're
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I
what
thought
we're
that's what you were talking
No,
about.
we're talking about those. They're like I want to say
I should
they're
go
about
get
an
one.
inch or an inch and a half in diameter, and they're these long ribbed tubes,
think I have
and then you spin them over your head, and they make woo 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 like.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I want to bring that
PVC
in.
or something
I
like
think
that.
it's outside.
No, very flexible, soft plastic
I
tubing.
think it's in the outdoor sports box. Can I
No,
go get it?
no.
Can we play a song
No.
so I can go get it?
Maybe when we play a song.
Okay,
maybe, but-
next week I'm gonna do video. Or we could set
A
one
video
up.
of?
Yeah, a video of me doing undisclosed jazz hands. Okay, we should do
Doesn't
a
that
music
kind of
video.
defeat the purpose of undisclosed jazz hands?
Oh, you're right. I probably shouldn't do that then.
You should just have
going to be
a, you should just
disclosed
have a
next
black, You could just have like a black video, and then like it would just cut to a picture. There was jazz hands there, but you didn't see it.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna save that for Speedy and Stretch.
Oh, that could be you could make a sketch out of that.
No, yeah, I'm gonna save
Sketch.
What have I done?
A sketch for Stretch.
There we go. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
speaking of Stretch, guess who our special guest will be next week?
Really?
Is it going to
Stretch.
be Michael Bublé?
Well,
Is it going
I
to
know,
be?
but I still own pizza.
Yeah, we owe him pizza, so
Is it going to be? Oh yeah, those things. Is it going to be Will Smith,
so he'll
Christopher
join us
Lloyd,
on all of, Michael J. Fox, all those people.
John DeLorean?
John DeLorean.
Really? You're rubbing that in my face now?
No, I'm just. You know what? I'm helping you remember. This is important. If you're going to be involved with the internet and with nerds, you gotta know what a DeLorean is. That's just kind of
But
crucial.
that's true. The DeLorean. Yeah. Okay. Now I know what you're talking about. Let's go
See?
back to the fact that it was there many times. I guess then.
See, there you go.
Wait, which area did you say it was? Where did you say that it was? In the parking lot or?
What are you talking
In the-
about? Oh, the one that you're
what-
talking about at Everfree Northwest. There was a DeLorean there.
No. Which area of in Back to the Future? Like which location was the DeLorean at?
Oh. What I was saying is that in Back to the Future 2, in 1955 Hill Valley, somebody did the math, and there's like 9 DeLoreans there at that
I want
time.
to watch the movie, and I'm gonna calculate it.
It's gonna drive you insane. You've got like better things probably to do with your
No,
time.
I don't, Mike. Well, actually, I kind of do, but I
Yeah.
don't. I have to make a gingerbread house on Tuesday. Maybe I'll watch it with Colleen.
And tomorrow you're hanging with Claire.
Yes.
Oh.
Is that? Yeah.
Well, and we'll tell her that everybody here says hi.
Yeah, of course.
But we'll have to talk soon because I think we've been scheming about doing a charity fundraiser for SCPA, is that it? The Animal Veterinary
Oh, the
SCPA.
SPCA.
SPCA.
exactly.
It's the SPCA.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh,
Whoa! That's another one. Ready? Skeletal jazz dog. Whoa! Skeletal jazz dog. Whoa! Hot cocoa and chocolate cow juice.
what in the world?
That sounded like Bill Cosby for a
Yeah, that's
second.
what everybody's at.
Challenge!
So simple as that happen and happen. They don't know what the jazz is all about.
I want
Somebody
to
asked
eat
me a
my
very important
cookie.
question in the chat here, and I'm going to ask it now. Michelle, how many of the cookies did you eat? Or are eating right now?
Undisclosed jazz hands.
Well, before we get ridiculously off
had
track
this-
again,
We had this rule that only the ones that got broken could be eaten.
I don't even like
But-
sugar cookies. I only ate the chocolate chip ones, but I had a problem with those. But then if I bake those things in the convention oven, but we didn't have time because it's just way smaller than the oven because it's a convection oven, obviously. And
Well, convections can be large ovens too. What she's saying is in our kitchen there's a normal oven, but there's also a small countertop convection oven, like
for
a toaster
some
oven.
reason,
But go ahead.
like things taste so good when you bake it in the convection oven.
Yeah, the cookies.
Oh my god. Okay, for the cookies, it's just a matter of like the dense air that's compacted into the small area.
Well, I think it's the fact that it's convection and that the air circulates somehow. that makes
Don't
a
judge
difference.
me.
I'm not judging.
Don't judge
Wow.
me. Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
Is that another song to remix now?
I think so.
Thank you. Okay, you're gonna do
I
this
have so many
remix,
songs
right?
to remix.
It's a Michelle remix. Ready? Michelle. Right? See what I'm saying?
Yes. Absolutely. Because that made total sense what just happened. So, we have another song contest to do. We've got to do this song contest. Now I understand why last week got all crazy. Somebody's got to be the task manager.
Exactly. You are brilliant at that. You are
I am
absolutely
the
brilliant.
designated jerk.
And
That's what I am.
Well, the lack of a task manager, coupled with the fact that our Skype was not working properly, and we could never.
Which, by the way, I think that this new system, everybody who's listening, I think will agree, is working way better.
Oh, it's sure working better for us. We can actually. I just.
I
Can't
can actually interrupt you from going on your long, boring rant.
Well, I.
Hey!
Oh,
They're boring, but they aren't long.
I can't imagine how disjointed last week's conversation sounded because Michelle or I couldn't speak unless there happened to be in an absolute silence. Then our mics would, otherwise our mic would just cut out. And so just overall,
Extremely
every
annoying.
time I think it was probably, I expect that it was probably confusing for the listener. So we apologize for that. Anyway, we've got a new system. Thank you, 8-Track, for helping us to sort that out. And this is much better. Sure, a lot more fun on our side anyway.
And I should say to people who are putting questions in the main chat, again, if you have a question for Tombstone, for Michelle, for Monique, myself, for SciPi, for 8-Track, for the general universe at large, send it to me as a private message in the IRC chat. Send it to me as a private message. If you put it in the main chat, probably not going to see it because it's going to disappear among all the chatting. So anyway, we do have a song contest to do.
Indeed.
Oh, we're gonna play the thing?
So, yeah, what we'll do is we'll just see who can name the song the
Oh my
fastest.
god, what is wrong with you? What happened?
My voice is going. I don't know why.
Oh god, there's another black lab here.
Anyway, sorry, what were you saying, Mike?
Well, so I think, are we going to conduct this contest the way that we've done other ones? Maybe the winner gets a download code and...
Yep, winner gets a download code of a Creber Christmas.
Okay, and I imagine that you've got, some clues prepared, perhaps, or some general hints.
Well, I think we were just going to do this one where 8-Track plays a couple of seconds of it. And do you remember how we did that a few weeks ago?
Yeah, and then people got it off of 2 seconds.
Yeah, or was it even 2 seconds? I think it was like less. So if we will give some hints if they don't get it from that. But
I'm going to say this really quick though too. For the 50th time, and this keeps popping up during the shows for these song contests, somebody is asking if it's going to be Never Gonna Give You Up. Michelle, I think at some point you need to perform a Rickroll.
Really?
Yeah, I think we need to do that. I think we need to record you performing a Rickroll cover. I think everybody would love it. But anyway, let's continue with this contest at hand.
And okay, so if 8-Track's ready to roll, first person, they have to tweet at Michelle Creber with the hashtag Michelle.
Jungle Ducks.
Yep, hashtag Jungle Ducks.
I didn't even know I just guessed.
And give us the title of the song, and we'll just try playing like that 1 or 2 seconds, and then if nobody gets it after after a minute, let's say, then we'll play a longer chunk.
Okay, so you want me to play the 2 seconds then?
That's it.
Okay, I can do 2 seconds. Are we ready?
I think we're ready.
You could even just pick 2 random seconds somewhere in
I
the
think
middle
this
of
is
the
gonna
song.
be a
Now we're
good
getting
one.
crazy. Okay, no, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pick 2 from the middle of the song.
Don't challenge him like that. He'll do it.
I'm gonna do it. No, hang on.
Cool.
Now it's gotta happen.
I'm
All
gonna
right,
do
here
it.
we go.
I like
All
that.
right.
What
Jump
if
to
it's
the
a
middle
really
of the
honest
song.
one?
Are you ready for this? 2 seconds.
Random.
I don't trust you.
There we go. That was 2 seconds right there. 2
Where
seconds
was
in the
it?
middle of the song.
Okay. No, don't tell. We can't tell where it was. Let's see what we
Oh,
got
I'm
here.
scared.
Isn't it obvious where it was? Geesh, the winner should know. Just saying.
I don't even know what it was. I don't even know what part of the song it was. I just picked the middle.
Timmy! Timmy won it
Okay,
again! Oh
okay,
my god! Timmy! What the heck, man? Why are you so good at this? Timmy!
You know what he's signed in on with in the chat here?
What?
Gim Topner.
Get-
Or he was, but now he's changed it around. Oh, he's apologizing in the chat for winning. Oh wow.
I don't see a second. Oh yeah, there is. Okay, we'll do what we did last week.
Nicholas Chapman is the
Nicholas
second winner, but Timmy!
Yes. So
What
Nicholas
the
Chapman
heck?
will also receive a digital download code.
And the song title was Petit Papa Noel. Now, I'm curious, guys. Tell us in the chat. Okay, A-Track, where was it in the song? What did it play?
It was literally like I just picked a random thing in the middle. It literally was like 1 minute and 50 seconds in to like 1 minute and 52 seconds in, or somewhere around there.
Okay, can you play it, Mom? Because I'm very curious as to what led them to the conclusion of Someday Christmas, Angels We Have Heard on High.
Well, if it's only that many seconds.
I know,
it's
but I'm
pretty hard to
curious.
tell. Okay.
It's track number 9.
Well, and
yeah.
while you guys figure that out, I should say too.
Okay,
Well, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Mike.
Well,
not important.
Monique previewed this track for me while we were on her. She helped drive me across town after the show when I went to go see Grease, and I heard this song.
150.
And this is the first time I had ever heard that Christmas carol. I had never heard it before. Apparently, it's a big thing up in Canada. Evidently, this is a song everyone knows, but I had never heard of it before.
Well, it's
What is the song?
particularly Petit Papa Noel.
Oh.
It's particularly popular
Duh.
in Quebec and in French-speaking Canada, as but all around Canada. But it's also it originated in France, so I think there'd be certainly a lot of French people. And the way we did it was half French and half English, an arrangement like that. And I think it's more commonly known in Europe and in Canada probably than in the U.S.
Well, and I think during our conversation about it, I said, if it was in the States, I would have expected maybe a rendition of Feliz Navidad, which is a really popular song around here. But that's because we have a higher, Hispanic population in the States as opposed to Canada, where there's more of that French influence. And so anyway, there you go.
Feliz Navidad.
There you go.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Something.
Prospero año y
Don't be all
felicidad.
logistics with me, madam.
Logistics?
Logistics.
I
Put
think
you all logistics with me, madam. Man, somebody in the chat said there have been plenty of sound bites this episode.
Yeah.
They're right.
Don't logistics with me, or I'm gonna pull some undisclosed jazz hands.
Oh my goodness. I don't know what the logistics on that would be. You have pulled a Michelle Creber, and it is what we all have come to expect and enjoy.
Of course.
But anyway, okay, so wow, that was fast. I think we're gonna have to cut down the amount of time played of a song to like half of a second next time.
Yeah.
Or should we just go the name that tune, just have them play the first note on the piano there?
Let's do that one again next week. That was actually fun. We did that with okay, stop. We did that one with Singing in the Rain when we had Stephen Andrews on that time for the other album. I forgot about that.
Let's do.
Okay, good idea, 8-track. We will do that next week for sure for next week's contest.
By the way, I'm sorry I mentioned the piano and got Michelle doing that.
Yeah.
Doesn't take much to derail. Oh, and Nicholas, if you can email info@michellecreber.com, and Tim, of course, if you can email, and I will send you your download codes.
All right, and so one more time before we start getting into the questions. Guys, if you do have a question for Michelle, for Monique, myself, for 8-track, for Sci-Pi, or for the Living Tombstone, please direct message them, private message them to me in the IRC chat, and I'm going to start going through the questions that we've got right now.
Okay, while you do that, let me just do a brief instrumental piece. Let's see what I got here. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
good.
That doesn't fix it, 8-track. That doesn't fix it.
Okay, good.
Uh-oh.
Good.
All right.
Yeah, that's good. All right. Excuse me. Oh, okay. I'll put the head.
Is that a rain stick?
On. All right. Well. Oh gosh. Okay.
That would be a rain stick. Yep. Okay.
Here we go. Okay, mommy, you want to help me out here? All right. Okay, ready?
Do I have a choice?
Yes. You don't.
I didn't think so.
Yes, you don't.
You're stuck on the chair.
Okay, you got this. Okay.
Okay, I just got a somebody sent me a question, and I gotta ask this of myself. This is from Wub and Tolerate, who
You have to ask this of yourself?
Yeah, I have to ask this of myself.
Okay.
It says the question for me says, quote, since Michelle Creber is younger than me, do you tell Michelle Creber to go to bed early? Or if no, why me? Wub and Tolerate is a high school student. And sometimes I'll be on a live stream or something late at night, and I'll see him in the chat, and I'll yell at him to go to bed because he's got to go to school the next day. So the difference is here, Wub, is that Michelle has her mom nearby, so if anyone needs to, yell at her to go to bed, which she wouldn't probably
Which
do.
I probably don't because
Yeah.
I go to bed at like 2.
Oh, there you go. Then, Monique has got that covered. I don't need to do that. But with you, Wub, when you come into the chat and you've got school the next morning, I would be a poor educator if I did not suggest in strong terms that you get enough rest for the next day.
Well, and in Michelle's case, because she doesn't go to regular school and she's privately tutored and usually only in the afternoons, our schedule is kind of all over the map, and so keeping regular hours and getting to bed at regular times often doesn't happen. But it's just as well, because we have to be flexible in this industry, and keeping one schedule would only make it very difficult when projects come in. I mean, even when she was really young, I think the first musical she did actually coincidentally was at the same theater, the Michael J. Fox Theater. Oh no, it wasn't. It was another one close by there, and she was 7 years old, and the show goes till like 10:30 at night, and then we still had to drive home 45 minutes and all of that. So even from when she was young, she had to learn how to keep flexible hours that are sort of unusual for someone her age. But it is part of the industry. I mean, sometimes when she's on a shoot, she has to get up at 6 a.m, but other times she has to work till 1 a.m. So you just have to be able to kind of go all over the map. So I know sometimes probably people see her when she's catching up on Twitter late at night or Facebook or something, and thinking, why is she still up? It's a school night. But it's not she doesn't, if she's up at that time, it's because she doesn't have to get up early the next day.
Well, like I said, this is just Wub and Tolerate not coming to terms with the fact that you need a good night's sleep.
Excuse me, I need to interrupt here.
Excuse me.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Ready?
Yes.
You need to do this one. Ready?
Oh, no.
What's happening? I have no
The
idea.
vibes I'm getting are so. I feel like I'm in the jungle right now.
What in the... What? Okay, hold on. Michelle, first of all, you need to introduce performance piece. Who's killing an elephant?
That's what I'm thinking. What the hell?
I'm gonna just...
Well,
somebody
mentioned PVC pipe earlier, and that's what she's blowing through right now.
What have I... Oh. I'm just gonna roll through this. I'm not gonna let this faze me. So... Black Griffin, who's an amazing singer, by the way, he also is a really well-known composer in the fandom. He's in the chat. He wrote, actually, if you guys have heard of Paper Sky, and also Pearl, Pinky in Real Life, or whatever. Great musician, hilarious voice actor. Has a question, which actually I'm curious about. In this week's episode, we see Sweetie Belle get up on a rock and quote-unquote sing 99 Buckets of Oats.
Oh no, that's all Claire.
I thought as much.
That is all Claire. No, that's because that's not actually classified as singing. That's classified as screaming your lungs out.
Which is something you're an expert at as
Which
well.
was the funniest thing. Oh my god, in the recording studio, we were all just cracking up so much. Because it was just Ashley and, it was just, Tabitha, Ashley, Maddie, and Claire and I. Because that was...
Yeah.
Because there's, Ashley plays both Rainbow Dash and Applejack. So, it was just us. And it was just, like, for about 30... Like, it's just, like... She went through so many numbers, though. Because we weren't actually quite sure how many we wanted to use. And so she did, I think, she went from 99 to 81. And then she went from, like, 49, I think that's the number, 49 to, like 41. And then to, like, 36 to 24. And then 10 to 0. So that was about, like, 15 minutes of Claire screaming. Which is obviously natural.
What did that feel like, Michelle? I'm just curious. No,
you don't want to know.
Actually, how long ago did you guys record those lines? Because I know it takes a long time between when you record and when the episodes are released.
Maybe about July last year.
I don't remember. I would have to look
ago.
it up. Yeah, that's just a random guess. We'd have to actually look it up.
I don't think it was after my birthday, which is the 7th of September. It wasn't after Christmas. That's for sure.
What?
I'm gonna ask a question now for Tombstone. To Umar, you still there?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just waiting because there's so much chaos going on.
Welcome to Saturday Night Songs.
I should be here more often then.
Yes, we should have him here more often. I
Yeah,
agree.
absolutely. Okay, so this is a question that I know musicians love getting, so I'm just going to ask it. Or even better, I want you to guess what question somebody has for you.
Who is best pony?
No, not that one. The answer is clearly Twilight, and favorite pony's got to be Luna, but we don't worry about such things. No, this person, Anti-Bully, asks, do you use FL Studios for your remixes?
Yes, I do. I use FL Studio actually for more than 6 years. I'm very much in common with this software.
Well, there you go.
I don't think you could have guessed that. That's a pretty complex question.
No,
but he's saying a lot of people ask musicians that question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
they
right,
often,
all right.
like I know that Alex S has bemoaned how many times he's been asked what software he uses, and he's started saying things like "hooked on phonics" as a response.
I remember one of the questions. Like I remember somebody asked us, and we were like joking. Oh, we use MS Paint and we use Photoshop to make our music. You know.
Well, I'm going to ask one more question for Michelle here, and then we got to do something that we completely forgot to do, which is play the full song of Le Petit. We need to play the whole thing. So, real quick though, Michelle, this is from Lexlight, wanted to know, do you play games? If so, what kind of games do you play? And I think that he might be implying video games.
I don't really play any games. I was playing the My Little Pony game for a while, but kind of just, new game, and then you don't really notice it anymore, that kind of thing. I just cycle through some
you
games on my
play-
phone when
you
I'm bored in the
play
car or
Wii
something.
And Xbox.
Usually, I only do exercise games usually because I find that with my
And the
busy
NHL
schedule,
hockey game.
yeah. Well, I've kind of had a strike on that too.
Okay. Well,
You know what?
I think she
There
goes
could've
through
been a
phases really
chance.
quickly, so I don't think so. The answer is yes, you play games, but it always changes what you're playing, right?
Yeah, but it's not like I don't like. I'm
She's
not a gamer.
She doesn't really have
I'm
time
not
to be a full gamer. That's true.
Like I'm not even like a quarter gamer. I'm
Yeah.
just like I play games on my phone when I'm bored or when I'm not doing anything or when I want to be entertained
when
in
you're
some
in the car.
mild form. Basically, yeah. But yeah, yeah.
Well, I can say that every time I've met you in person, when you're not on a panel, you're on a game.
There you go. That's
What do you
that's
mean?
Well,
Well,
you do play games on your phone when you're waiting.
No,
No,
I'm talking to like 1,000 fans.
I'm just
No,
giving
he
you
said
a
when
hard
you're
time.
not on the panel.
Yeah, when you're not on a panel.
When
or
you get a break.
Oh, well, I never get a break. I only get like 2 minutes.
No, like
And I have
remember
a
in
drink of water.
Seattle, like I remember you, Mike, noticing you playing while you were waiting for the
game
panel
was it?
to start or whatever in the audience.
It's
Oh,
just-
that was because I was showing Claire because me and Claire always had these competitions to see who can do the fastest level, like it's the highest level on pipe roll. And it's this game where you have to sort of like connect the water or the tubes into another house and to anyway, it's a very popular game. It's basically like a maze kind of game, And anyway, we were doing competitions with that, but other than that.
Oh, I should say really quick, by the way, that Snap Eye, who's in the chat right now, an artist in the fandom, made a really funny drawing of that panel, the Cutie Mark Crusader panel at Everfree Northwest. Put it in the mobile chat there. I figured you'd get a kick out of that. And I'll put a link in the IRC as well.
That's awesome.
But anyway. Okay, well, so A-Track, I think we need to play the entire song for these
I think
people
so.
who've only heard the 2 notes. Even if they know it
Aw.
off of 2 notes.
Okay. Are
Wait,
we
let's go
ready?
again.
Yep.
Okay.
Go to the
all
right?
Here we go.
All right, we're back once again. And before we get back to questions, I think this is kind of a cool sort of coupon deal that's going on. It is the 20% off is 20% cooler coupon deal that the Creebers have come up with. Shameless marketing to bronies. Shameless, but effective. Basically, you can save 20% off your entire order on Michelle Creber's online store, www.michellecreber.com/shop. Again, guys, remember that orders of this album, etc., a portion of proceeds do go towards Plan International's Because I Am a Girl campaign. So this is towards a good cause, but you get a discount towards a good cause, which is good. The code is the words "Jingle All the Way" with no spaces in between. So if you make an order on michellekreber.com/shop and you use the code "Jingle All the Way," all one word, you get 20% off your order, which is 20% cooler.
And also, Mike, that just reminded me of something. For when you mentioned the Because I Am a Girl campaign, Michelle's doing a meet and greet in Vancouver next weekend on Sunday the 16th. It's at Park Royal Shopping Centre, which you were at, Mike. That's where I dropped you off there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's at the Toy Jungle in Park Royal Shopping Center. She's doing a meet and greet next Sunday from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, and we are going to be doing a special thing where proceeds of her autograph sales are going to go to Because I'm a Girl campaign, and people can pick up their copies of the CDs and hear some music and all of that there. So that's next Sunday from 1 to 3 for anybody that's listening who's in the Vancouver area.
Well, so yeah, guys, again, jingle all the way. No spaces. Use the code. 20% off. It's 20% cooler in something like 10 or 15 seconds flat, I think is the way it's said. Heard. Well, okay, so maybe we got time for a couple more questions here before you guys have to run. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
All right. So, Silverspin asks, would Michelle Creber like a pictorial meme of jazz hands? And if so, where should I send it?
You should send it to my Twitter or my Facebook account
Or info
or
at
email.
info
Yeah,
at
I never been able to
michellekreber.com.
get the right address. I've in every interview I'm like, you can contact me at info.michellekreber.
Okay, don't listen to her. It's info at
And mom's
Michelle
like,
Creber.
no. And then I'm like, Mom, what is it? So she comes on camera. She's like, it's www. So I'm like, oh no, I got this. Okay, it's info www. No, Michelle, it's www dot info at michellekreber dot whatever. And I was like, no, okay, Michelle Creber at info dot ca.
Okay, so info at michellekreber.com
Net.
or Facebook or Twitter.
Crazy person.
And
There you go.
I should quickly say, I know we've said this a few times. Michelle is really behind on Facebook, especially, and YouTube, especially.
Well, you've been focusing on the album.
Yeah, it's been crazy, and we always monitor when she's responding, etc. And so there just hasn't been time for us. I mean, she hasn't had time, and we haven't had time to help her with that. Ultimately, there's probably the info at michellekreber.com to the email that comes into there. Everything's behind, so we're so sorry about that. If you had questions or requests, please don't think that we we definitely are not the kind of people who just don't respond. We do like to respond one way or another, and so if you've received no response, it's just because it got buried and we're really behind, and please don't hesitate to resend.
Well, there you go. So really quick here, Osaka Jack comments, gasp, this may be the first time since March that I have not been mentioned in an SNS. Heh. That might be Osaka. I'm sorry about that. Next.
Well, we just fixed that.
Yeah, we just.
That was a
finished,
joke. I was trying to make a joke. Oh my god. Okay, so Dario Jim wants to know how many cookies in the end you guys ended up baking. How many?
436, more than that, 455.
I think it was more like 460 or 70 by the time we included all the ones that didn't turn out or the extras.
I made a lot of chocolate chips, yeah.
It was a lot.
The question, Michelle, is how many chocolate chips intentionally got broken?
Yeah, that's a good question too.
I don't know. Well, no,
So
the
that you
chocolate
could eat
chips.
them.
No, chocolate chips didn't get broken. No, I just ate the chocolate chips because I wanted to. Mom kept telling me that I shouldn't, but I don't care. I'm eating my chocolate chips. You can't send me to my room because I made cookies and then I ate them.
So it was the sugar cookies when they broke. Those are the ones that that would get consumed. The chocolate chip ones
We had
were
a
hard.
daddy pile.
Yeah, we had it. We actually had a daddy pile. That's true.
We actually
Anytime-
put like a label on it, I think. Didn't we like put a sticky note or something?
Yeah.
We eventually put it in the bowl because it kept falling into the sink because it was
Yeah.
on the ledge right above the sink.
Suffice
too
to
big.
say, she
It was getting too
consumed
big.
too many cookies.
No, too many chocolate chip cookies. Let's make that clear. I'm a civilized person,
Oh,
and I like my chocolate chip cookies. So I don't care if you judge. I am a chocolate chipper. I'm a chocolate chip.
Anti-bully here has actually a quick comment that there should be a book called "If You Give Michelle a Cookie." I kind of agree.
Yeah.
He also is asking me whether or not I play video games, and the answer I have to give to that is, duh. Next. All right, let's see here. Let's go to a question from a guy named Dave, not Cowboy Dave, just Dave. Dave asks, question for everyone, what was the most difficult part of putting together the album? Be
Everything?
it arranging, issues with time zones, or continents, mixing,
Everything?
mastering?
All of them.
All of them? No,
Can I answer?
you gotta
with
pick one.
the
You gotta pick one.
generalization?
I
don't know,
think
ask
the
Mom,
most the most difficult part was just
Getting me to shut up and
literally
sing?
and
You know, you said that, Michelle. No one else said that.
the most difficult part was simply fitting that much production into that short of a time period. So getting them recorded, edited, mixed, and then mastered. I mean, literally on the day that we were mastering, we were still mixing and then firing off the last couple of songs for mastering throughout the day after already being up all night. So it was just so that we could, like, all the deadlines just piled up on each other. So that then we, in the middle of that, we had to meet the artwork deadline and get that to the manufacturers and then get them the master. And then the master turned out to be there was a problem with uploading it, so that cost us an entire day, and so it was really the timeline that was the most challenging part, to do 16 tracks in such a short time period and to do them at the quality that we really wanted to do them. That was really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So I've got one last question. But before I get to that, if everybody in the IRC could please mention whether or not the song actually played. I got a lot of messages saying that the song didn't play. We just got a healthy silence.
Yeah, I noticed that. I got the messages too afterwards. That was a mistake on my part. It will be in the YouTube render. I apologize for that. It's also on the album if you buy the album.
Well, maybe we can
That was
replay
my
it.
mistake.
That's a horrible incentive.
I can replay it at the end. That's not a
Let's
problem.
replay it at the end.
Yeah.
Play.
Let Petit Papa Noel.
Oh,
Why
no.
don't you replay it at the end and then follow it up?
He played Silent Night unintentionally.
That's undisclosed Petit Papa Noel.
That's right, undisclosed.
So maybe at the end we could play the disclosed version, followed by Tombstone's fabulous remix of Saturday Night.
There you go. All right, so we'll do that. And once again, I should say, actually, I'm going to ask this question really quick, and then I'll mention something else. But here's a question, and I already have the answer for this. This is to Michelle. Michelle,
Yep.
can you sing 99 Bottles of Oats on the Wall with Sweetie Belle's singing voice for the happiness of the bronies in the chat? And I'm going to say no.
No, I'm gonna say no.
Come on, guys.
No.
It's
Twilight
alright.
Pliskin asked
Let's
that.
leave that to Claire.
Let's leave
Claire,
it.
Claire did such a fabulous job of that.
I can't top that.
I
Yeah.
remember people bothered me about remixing this since it's a part of the episode, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. Sorry.
Someone will do it.
Well, all right. So before we go, I just want to remind everybody that you can, if you haven't yet, tune in to Michelle Creber's YouTube channel, Michelle Creber's Twitter account, which is at Michelle Creber. How easy is that? You should also like her Facebook page. You can dislike her timeline, but that's Facebook's fault, not hers.
Thank you.
Yeah, so frustrating.
Which is I can't even begin to say how frustrating that is. But anyway, she does have a Facebook page. You can also check out her website, michellekreber.com, to check in with all of the updates for everything she's doing. As you guys know, this is one musically prolific family. And then I was also going to say, you guys recently, I believe, announced that you're going to be in Miami in January. Is that right?
Yeah, Anime Miami.
Yep.
And I'm trying to get there myself, but that's a big convention that's happening. It's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah,
Well,
we're
you
looking
better
forward.
be there, Mike, because we haven't done a convention about you, and I don't want to try.
You don't
Well,
want to start now.
Well, they're going to have their own people moderating your panel. I don't know. I would just be there I would just be there because it's Art Deco weekend that weekend, and I have to see it.
You're freaking me out, Mike.
I
I'm
just
so scared. I'm so
Don't
scared.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'll be in the crowd laughing at you the whole time. It'll be great.
Maybe he could just stand there and hold your hand during
No, it'll be
Look
good.
what happened last
Figuratively
Saturday.
speaking.
Seriously,
What I do
people.
know,
I go out of control.
will
I'm
be.
insane.
Aw. No, you know what will happen is you'll be on the panel or whatever, and somehow, through some miracle of technology, Osaka Jack will ask a question. And we just know that's going to happen.
Yeah.
So
And he always has good questions. Oh, and hey, that was so cool. The picture that he tweeted there of the plushie with Michelle's CD in the back, or foreground, I guess it was. Yeah, that
There
was
you
really
go.
That was
cool.
cute.
Yeah.
Well, okay, and so again, guys, remember, you can find Michelle Creber's albums, because you guys have put out 2 so far, both Timeless and Creber Christmas, on Bandcamp, on CD Baby.
No Bandcamp.
No, not
sorry.
Bandcamp. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. You can't find it on Bandcamp.
Her website and CD Baby,
There you go.
iTunes will be getting it over the next day or two.
There
Amazon,
you
well, of course, Timeless is in all those places, but Creber Christmas will be in all the places that Timeless is over the next few days as those places get their materials. So,
And remember that if you go and get it through Michelle Creber's website, michellekreber.com/shop, and you use the code Jingle All the Way, no spaces between now and midnight Pacific Standard Time, December 15th, you can get 20% off. And that is 20% cooler.
awesome.
Indeed.
And next week, same time, same place, Mike?
I believe so, yes.
Yes, and we will be happy to have who, Michelle?
We will have to have my adopted sister, Natalie Scher.
My adopted daughter.
Well,
She literally calls mom mom.
She
She's
calls
been
me
calling
mom.
mom for years.
Yeah. But she also calls her mom, but I'm the other mom. And
So
she has,
one is mom and one's mom.
yeah, she has a wonderful mom already, but she has a second mom, me.
Well, there you go. Okay, and I should also thank Sci-Pi for joining us, as well as the Living Tombstone. Hatagana Hash!
Okay, now you crossed the line.
See, I got it in.
All
I
right.
got it in.
Right, thank you to everyone. Thank you to Sci-Pi, and thank you to Living Tombstone, and of course that other guy that does not let me go over a cliff. And
And to A-Trap.
I was going there,
Oh,
Mom.
sorry.
And to the person,
Over a cliff? What?
and to the person,
She said the guy who doesn't let me
and
go
to the
over a cliff.
person who moderates my sugar to make sure I don't go over the edge with that.
This is true praise we're getting here.
I know.
I'm the person who doesn't who moderates her sugar. That's what I'm known as.
Yep. You have a
Wow.
little measure
That's
in your
a-
brain.
Years
that
of dedicated parenting, and it's been reduced to that.
A new title: mother, producer, vocalist, teacher, coach,
Nutritionist.
and nutritionist. Person who monitors sugar.
No, it's not nutrition factor. It's hyper.
It's the
Hyper
non-nutrition.
factor.
Yeah. The undisclosed factor.
Hyperactor. Hyperactor.
Well, and of course,
Hyper.
yeah, and 8-Track, of course, for all of his
That's another
work
one.
behind the scenes often, and for getting my joke about things being heavy. That was really important and good to have. That somebody got the joke. Michelle.
That's another one for the rap or for the remix that you could do. You need to do this. So I got Victor.
I don't really know that there's any way to make that sound good.
It took my
just-
nerve.
Victor.
Um,
Victor.
And then one last thing before we completely sign off. Michelle, what is the name of the car in Back to the Future?
Jehubaga. I would
DeLorean.
I would like to buy the
DeLorean.
I would like to buy a hamburger. I would like to buy an hamburger. I would like to buy a hamburger. I would like to buy a hamburger. No. Now let's break it down.
I don't really know what's happening right
Pink Panther.
Did you see Pink Panther?
Have you not
No.
seen Pink Panther?
now. I haven't seen Pink Panther.
Be quiet.
It's a good movie.
Wait. I'm in the middle of a. Okay, just wait.
That's actually a question for me. I'm the one with the accent here.
Would weird like to toi by bee
The-
a hamburger.
What is happening?
Hamburger.
I'm hungry. I don't know what about you guys.
I think I want an hamburger.
Hamburger.
Well, ladies
I
and
want
gentlemen,
them
this
to
has
go
been
good.
Saturday Night
No,
Songs
no,
on
it's not.
Everfree
It's not
Network.
hamburger. It's no. I
Thank
didn't
you
say
once
hamburger. I
again
said
for
I would like to buy a
tuning in.
hamburger.
I've been Final Draft.
Michelle, they need to remix
And
this
Michelle
as well.
Creber.
Is it part of the song now?
Michelle Creber is the singing voice of Sweetie Belle and this. Oh, okay, thank you. And the speaking voice of Apple Bloom, though you wouldn't know it. Thanks once again, and tune in next week at the same time, same place for more absolute insanity.
The fuck?
Petit Papa Noël, quand tu descendras du ciel avec des jouets par milliers, n'oublie pas mon petit soulier. Mais avant de partir, il faudra bien te couvrir. Dehors, tu vas avoir si froid. C'est un peu à cause de moi. Il me tarde tant que le jour se lève pour voir si tu m'as apporté.
Tous les beaux joujoux que je vois en rêve et que je t'ai commandé. Petit Papa Noël, when you sail down from the sky, bringing toys so shiny and so bright, please don't pass my little stocking by.
Before you leave your home, wear your bright red coat so warm on this cold and snowy winter night. How I pray you'll see my candlelight. I can hardly sleep 'cause my heart is singing, listening to a new Christmas song.
And I can't wait to see what the morning's bringing. Oh, I've been waiting so
Petit Papa Noël, quand tu descendras du ciel avec des jouets par milliers, n'oublie pas mon petit soulier.
Petit Papa Noël. till the night is through. On Saturday night, the Saturday